Have you ever wondered why nothing in our world ever truly stands still? Why change is the only constant, not just in nature but in technology and even our daily lives? In nature, a lion becomes a better hunter, a gazelle learns to run faster, and forests adapt after wildfires. But perfection is never reached. There's always something new to overcome. In technology, smartphones get smarter, software updates roll out, and hackers find new ways to break in, so we invent new defenses. It's a digital arms race. Even in society, trends change. Fashion, language, and ideas evolve. What's popular today is old news tomorrow, and we all scramble to keep up. It's like running on a treadmill that never stops. The moment you pause, you fall behind, because everything else keeps moving forward. In biology, bacteria evolve resistance to medicines, forcing us to invent new drugs. It's an endless cycle, an arms race with no finish line. So, why does evolution never rest? Because the world is always changing. Competitors, challenges, and opportunities never stand still. To survive, everything must keep adapting. In this video, we'll explore why the race never ends, and how it shapes every part of our world, from the tiniest microbe to the biggest city. The Red Queen hypothesis gets its curious name not from a scientist, but from the world of literature. Lewis Carroll, the author of Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and its sequel, Through the Looking Glass, created a world where logic is turned upside down. In Through the Looking Glass, Alice finds herself running alongside the Red Queen, moving faster and faster yet never getting anywhere. The Queen famously says, "Now here you see it takes all the running you can do to keep in the same place." This strange idea leapt from fiction to science in 1973, when evolutionary biologist Van Valen was searching for a way to explain a puzzling pattern in the fossil record. Van Valen noticed that the risk of extinction for a species didn't decrease as it got older. Old species were just as likely to vanish as new ones. A mystery if the world were unchanging. He realized the answer. The environment is always changing. Competitors, predators, and parasites are constantly evolving. Progress is relative, and improvement only matters if your rivals stand still, but they never do. The Red Queen hypothesis became a powerful metaphor in biology. It explains why no species can ever truly win the race of evolution. Everyone must keep running just to stay in place. To stop is to risk extinction. Let's dive deeper. The predator-prey struggle is the most vivid example of the Red Queen in action. Every day animals are locked in a contest of speed, stealth, and survival. Imagine a herd of gazelles grazing. Suddenly a cheetah bursts from cover. Only the fastest gazelles escape, passing their speed to the next generation. Meanwhile, cheetahs that fail to catch prey go hungry, and only the swiftest survive to hunt again. Over generations, this arms race pushes both predator and prey to evolve. Sharper senses, stronger muscles, and better camouflage. It's a cycle. As prey get faster or more elusive, predators must adapt or starve. But it's not just about speed. Some prey develop armor, like the thick shells of snails. In response, predators like crabs evolve stronger claws to crack them open. Each adaptation triggers a counter-adaptation. Sometimes the arms race turns chemical. The rough-skinned newt produces a deadly toxin. Garter snakes that can resist the poison survive and pass on their resistance, while newts become even more toxic in response. These evolutionary battles ripple through entire ecosystems. When one species changes, it can set off a chain reaction, altering the balance of predators, prey, and even the plants they depend on. The Red Queen's race is relentless. No matter how much a species improves, its rivals are evolving too. There are no permanent winners, just a never-ending chase for survival. The fiercest Red Queen races unfold at the microscopic level. Hosts and parasites locked in a battle we can't see, but that shapes the fate of entire species. A host's immune system is a dynamic defense force, evolving new tactics to detect and destroy invaders. Parasites, in turn, are masters of disguise, constantly mutating to slip past these defenses. Take the common cold. Rhinoviruses mutate so quickly that your immune system's memory of last year's strain is useless against this year's version. That's why you can catch colds again and again. Malaria offers another example. The parasite that causes malaria evolves rapidly to evade both the human immune system and our medicines, forcing us to constantly develop new treatments. This evolutionary arms race explains why sexual reproduction is so common. By shuffling genes each generation, sex creates new genetic combinations, changing the locks before parasites can pick them. Asexual clones, on the other hand, are vulnerable. If a parasite cracks their genetic code, it can wipe out the entire population like a master key opening every door. This parasite theory of sex is a cornerstone of the Red Queen hypothesis. It's why diversity is a shield and why the race never ends. We see this race in antibiotic resistance too. Bacteria evolved to survive our drugs, so we invent new medicines, each side adapting, neither ever truly winning. The Red Queen's race is everywhere, hidden in every cough, every fever, every new medicine. It's a reminder, in the microscopic world, standing still means falling behind. The Red Queen doesn't stop at the forest edge. Her race echoes through every part of our daily lives, schools, offices, city streets, and even our social circles. In classrooms, students study for exams, teachers raise the bar, and students must adapt again. The cycle never ends. Everyone is running just to keep up. In the workplace, new technologies and skills are constantly required. Employees learn new tools, companies update systems, and the learning race continues. Fashion is a Red Queen race too. Trendsetters innovate, the mainstream copies, and then new trends must emerge. What's cool today is ordinary tomorrow. Even our language and slang evolve. As soon as a phrase becomes popular, it loses its edge, and people invent new ways to stand out. Social status signals like cars, neighborhoods, or even the apps we use are always shifting. To stay distinctive, we must keep moving forward. Can you think of a time you had to change your approach because others caught up? Maybe a study method, a business idea, or even a hairstyle? That's the Red Queen in action. The need to adapt never ends. If a change in your world made you obsolete, what would you learn next? What skill would you start today to stay ahead? In business, the Red Queen is relentless. Companies must constantly innovate, adapt, and outpace rivals, or risk being left behind in a rapidly changing landscape. One company launches a breakthrough product. Think of Apple's iPhone or Tesla's electric cars. Competitors scramble to reverse engineer, improve, and catch up, sparking a cycle of constant upgrades. Innovators pour billions into research and development, not always to leap ahead, but simply to avoid falling behind. The cost of staying in the race becomes a permanent part of doing business. Market share can remain flat, even as maintenance and innovation costs soar. This is the Red Queen effect in corporate form, running faster just to stay in place. History is full of examples. Blockbuster failed to adapt to streaming and lost to Netflix. Nokia dominated mobile phones, but Apple and Android left it behind. Kodak invented digital photography but hesitated to embrace it and vanished from the mainstream. To stay competitive, companies use strategies like rapid prototyping, agile development, and customer feedback loops. Some form alliances or acquire startups to inject fresh ideas and technology. Even small advantages, like airline loyalty programs, are quickly copied, neutralizing the edge and raising the baseline for everyone. The frantic run to survive never ends. In the Red Queen's business world, standing still is not an option. Only those who keep running, innovating, adapting, and learning survive the evolutionary race. The Red Queen's race isn't just for animals or companies, it's for all of us. In a world that never stops changing, standing still means falling behind. You can't reach a level and expect to stay there. Like a language you stop practicing, unused skills fade away. Think of your abilities as a living garden, not a stone monument. They need regular care, attention, and renewal. If you neglect them, they wither. But how do you keep growing without burning out? Here are some Red Queen strategies for personal growth. Tip 1. Schedule small, daily practice. Like a musician rehearsing scales, 15 minutes a day compounds over time. Tip 2. Race against yourself, not others. Set a goal to be just a little better than yesterday. Tip 3. Embrace productive discomfort. Growth happens at the edge of your comfort zone. Try something that scares you a little. Real-life story, meet Maya, who lost her job in retail but learned coding online. She started with 20 minutes a day, struggled but kept adapting. Today she's a web developer. Not because she was the fastest, but because she never stopped running. Or Alex, who overcame a fear of public speaking by joining a local club. Each speech was terrifying, but each one made the next a little easier. The Red Queen's lesson? Keep moving, keep learning, and you'll stay in the race. Not just to survive, but to thrive. We often celebrate progress, sleeker phones, faster cars, smarter homes, but for every leap forward, a new challenge emerges. Is this truly progress or just a new kind of race? Automobiles gave us speed and freedom but also brought traffic jams, pollution, and sprawling cities. Each solution seems to plant the seeds of its own problems. Social media connects us instantly, but it also amplifies misinformation, comparison, and digital addiction. The tools meant to unite us can sometimes pull us apart. Every step forward raises the baseline. We run faster just to keep up, not always to get ahead. The treadmill never stops. Even in cybersecurity, it's a relentless race. As encryption improves, hackers adapt, and defenders must innovate again. The cycle never ends. Maybe there is no finish line. Perhaps the race itself is the point. Creativity, innovation, and resilience are born from the chase. But we must ask, are we moving forward or just running in place? We've seen the Red Queen at work in nature, business, and our daily lives. The lesson is clear. Standing still means falling behind. But you have the power to choose your next move. This week, pick one Red Queen move. Enroll in a course, read a challenging book, or start a conversation that pushes you to grow. Even a small step forward keeps you in the race. Remember, progress isn't about outpacing everyone else. It's about moving forward, one step at a time. Celebrate your growth and inspire others to run their own race. If this inspired you, subscribe to Omniverse Network for more curiosity-driven ideas. Hit like and share your next Red Queen move in the comments. Let's help each other keep running.